Today, I'm going to talk to you about something really important. We're going to talk about why Leapfrog and Vtech tablets are the best, and it's not as clear as it may seem. We also have a whole bunch of other tablets here. We're going to also discuss Amazon Kids and finally the iPad. And this is a very important topic for parents, but mainly the problem is kids these days are just not able to learn like they used to because of all of distractions. There are so many distractions when it comes to these tablets. And the main issue with a modern tablet is that it has a lot of distractions, a lot of apps, a lot of games that kids can just hop on. They can watch videos and do other things. And we see this ordered from the most distracted to the least distraction tablets. I'm going to go over why these tablets are so good and why you should probably be having your kid on a VTech or a Leapfrog, to be honest with you, or something similar. And I think the main reason is distractions. So right here with this Learning Friends 100 Words book, there's no distractions. You're in the book. You're actually clicking stuff. You go through this, you turn it on, and you have everything right here. It's very clear what's going on. So it may be in Spanish right now. Ignore that, guys, but it also does English. But you can see there's not a lot of distraction here. So with that being said, not a lot of distraction with this tablet. Then you have the VTech right here. This is one of the newer VTech tablets, and it has no distraction. It has a piano. It has everything right here for kids to be able to learn. And I think the main thing with these tablets is you're just not getting what you need to. It's not easy to shut this thing off, apparently. It's not really easy to stay focused for kids because they're not able to focus. And when you get one of these tablets, and this is by distraction, Amazon Kids, obviously, there's less distraction than, say, an iPad. But you can see where you're focused here. You're learning the calendar. You're learning different shapes. You're learning different things here, and you're going to be able to keep that focus. Now, you can stay more focused in a book. Then you have a tablet, which keeps you focused. Then finally, you have a word reader like this that reads books to you. That's also kind of the third focus. I think that actually, you could argue, goes ahead of this one, but it can go either or. So we'll just put that right there, actually. So that's going to keep your kid focused. This is going to keep your kid focused. Any of these Leapfrog VTech tablets are very specialized, and I used to think it wasn't necessarily a good thing. Like, VTech and Leapfrog are going to go out of business because the iPad's out. Well, the reality of the situation is that distractions occur, and quite frankly, companies have not done a good job with kids being able to shut down those distractions, and there are certain videos out there that I don't want my kids watching, and that's the issue with some of these tablets here. So I think this avoids that. If you're someone who's in that same situation, you're getting a lockdown thing, and for $15 to $20, you can get a Leapfrog or VTech. This was only like $20. So you can kind of see you pay up front, but it's not as much as, say, one of these. So you're seeing a little bit of a difference here. Now, you can get these for like $50 most of the time on sale, even cheaper sometimes, these Amazon Kid tablets. Yes, they're good tablets, but yes, they still have some distractions on there for kids, and the kid will eventually find a game or something that's going to be a distraction on the Amazon tablets. And that's my main qualm with these is, yes, it's good if it's used right, but most of the time the kid will find a way around this. Now, you can lock down these tablets and do that, but I still think the distraction is there most of the time for the kids. You eventually lose control at times as a parent, where you don't really lose control. You know your kid's on something here that has certain modes, and they're learning piano, they're doing other things, or they're reading a book and they're learning their words. So it's very specialized, and that's the nice thing about these. So I really like these from that perspective. Now, iPads, for instance, big tablets, lots of issues here. You're getting access to pretty much everything. Kid mode is not easy to turn on, and it's a nightmare for distractions, and good luck getting your kid to learn anything on those with something that's actually legitly learning, like the Leapfrog and VTechs that you have out there. And there's other brands too, but I'm just using those as an example because they're really good at locking down everything, as you can see, as you learn certain things like vehicles, opposites, from a learning perspective. And I think in order to learn, you have to lock things out. Unless you have a really disciplined kid that's the issues you have. Now, Amazon Kids is kind of the medium. It does a good job. There is a kids mode on all these tablets typically if you just look it up. Google even has a kids mode, so turn those on for sure. But I think if you really want to get the ultimate learning experience, the problem with these is sometimes the kids these days, they just get bored. They get bored of the Leapfrog and Vtech's comparison. They want something shiny with lights and other things. So that's the issue you're going to run across as a parent. So I don't know if there's an easy thing around that besides just sitting down with your kid, working them with the Vtech, working with this, reading the book with them, reading a real book with them, instead of just putting them on the iPad, letting them do their own thing, and trusting that they're going to learn stuff with the content that's suggested to them. So I think that's what you need to watch out for. And you have a little more control with something like this for a younger kid. So yes, I think the Leapfrog and Vtechs are great for this, for keeping your kid a little bit less distracted, but you definitely need to sit down with your kid and go through that information for obvious reasons, as we can see. So hit the like button if this guys is helpful, so this will spread to more people, so more people are just aware of just the focus. I used to think these things were a joke. Like, I used to think, oh, how can they compete against the iPad? Well, Leapfrog and Vtech are still around because it isn't distracting to kids. You're actually learning. It's straight here. Here's the letters. Here's all this stuff. It's straightforward, and kids need that focus, and there's no doubt about that. Tons of toy videos on this channel. Make sure you watch this next toy video that's on your screen. It's actually the one suggested by YouTube, so I have no idea what it is, but it's the one you're supposed to like, so I guess just watch it or miss out. I don't know. See you guys.